This movie begins with some kids who are watching TV. They are watching a very famous show, Teletubbies, and then they hear some people screaming. They are just looking at each other in confusion. At the same time, a woman comes in, holding a little girl in her hand. She leaves the girl with this group and tells the kids not to go out of this room, no matter what happens.
What's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
She doesn't tell any reason, but just checks the locks there. When she thinks everything is fine, she immediately leaves. Once again, strange sounds start coming from outside, like the sound of glass breaking and screams. The kids are shocked, but they try their best to remain silent. One of them slowly walks towards the door to find out what is happening, but what he saw next would change his life forever. Then he hears that someone is trying to enter here, and then suddenly the door opens and an infected zombie comes in. The kids get very scared. They had gone numb due to fear. The kid who went near the door was totally shocked to see zombies attacking. He exits the room and further ahead sees his mom outside, so he instinctively runs towards her. But as soon as his mom sees a zombie, she immediately closes the door so that nothing happens to the kid. The scared boy ran upstairs, but there were many infected people there. There was no safe place left. His own house had become a zombie den. He runs fast due to fear and falls down, trembles, but does not stop. After which, he stops in front of an old church. This kid, whose name is Timmy, runs to his dad, who is the priest of the church. It seemed as if his dad was waiting for him. There was no fear in his eyes, and he stood completely calm. The kid tried to tell his dad whatever he saw, but his dad stopped in the middle and said, "I know everything and has already accepted this." Then he takes out his locket and gives it to the kid and says, "Hide." The kid hides after listening to him, and then a lot of zombies break the door and enter quickly. The priest did not move at all, and then the zombies bite him too, and he too becomes infected like them. Timmy is hiding and was waiting for the right time to come out. Then he leaves the church and immediately runs away from there. He holds the locket tightly as if this is his last hope. Then it is shown how this zombie virus spread. Its name is Rage Virus, and it has taken over the whole country. Then Europe separated the whole island and put a strict lockdown. No one can come in or go out. Then 28 years pass. The survivors are having a very difficult life. One of the survivors, who is a father, invites his son Spike on a mission. He picks up his bag immediately. The entire community is doing the same thing. That is, they are getting ready. Everyone has something in their hands that they made themselves. These are all weapons like a laser, a knife, or an arrow. But there are no guns here. They are all handmade things that point to the old days. Spike has an arrow, a sharp dagger, and a doll. Spike goes to the kitchen where his father's companion, who was also his neighbor, was an old man waiting for him for breakfast. Then his mother's voice came, "Who is sick?" His father, whose name is Jamie, goes to his wife's room. Spike also followed him. Mom is sorry for bothering them. She hugs Spike and says that her head has been hurting a lot since morning. Jamie explains the plan of leaving this land. Mom gets scared and says that their son is only 12 years old, but Jamie does not listen to her. He leaves the room while Spike stays with his mom for a while. He tries to calm down his mom. Now before leaving here, Spike wraps his mom a piece of food in a handkerchief and lies to her that he is going to school. When Spike and his dad Jamie leave the village, people come out of the houses and start shouting to encourage them. No one was laughing. Everyone was serious because everyone knew that this is a mission in which there is a lot of risk. And there is a reason behind it. When they reach the gate where the safe zone ends and the real world begins, a community leader comes. He tells them that if they go to the mainland, there will be no chance of coming back, because if something happens, no one will come to save them. Many people who went there before didn't come back. Then they find a secret path in the middle of the sea. When the water in the sea is less, only then this path is visible. They cross that path of the sea and reach the mainland, which was their destination. But as soon as the water level rises, that path is hidden again. As they move on, they hear a strange sound, and then they saw a lot of infected zombies who looked very scary because their bones came out, their skin was badly pulled, and their eyes were very strange too. And these are the creatures who have to face Spike. His mission is absolutely clear. He had to drop an infected zombie to prove that he was ready. They both move forward. Every step of theirs was putting more pressure on Spike to shoot accurately. They see their first target, which is a slow-walking, fat zombie. And this was the time to show how strong Spike is. Fat Zombie's skin was very thick, and he walked in a very strange way. He pulls himself like a big snake.
Let's go get your first kill.
Spike immediately shoots an arrow and kills him. It hits directly on his neck, and he falls down. At the same time, many more zombies start flooding. They were also very lazy. the number of which is increasing. Jamie has already seen this before, and now he starts killing all the zombies very easily. And now, the real shock hits them when they see an infected child. They move back because no one wanted to fight that infected child. But here Spike is proud of himself for killing other zombies, which is not a small thing for him. He has some confidence in him now, and that's mainly because of his dad's presence. They both move forward to go inside the mainland. There they find an old house, which they thought could be useful in getting some materials. But inside it, a man is hanging upside down and the crows are eating him. There were some words written on his chest that together make a name. Jamie tells his son that not many people are good in the mainland because many people live alone and become cruel and fearful after losing everything. And so, they do things that no one can even imagine, things that scare people even in dreams. The message of this hanging man is very clear. He was deliberately hung like this. Jamie, without blinking, tells Spike to kill him. He does this to guide him to his safety and make him learn on how to live in these circumstances. Living here not only means facing the infected, but this way they will have to face even more terrifying things. Spike hesitates for just a moment and then directly shoots the arrow in the head of the man, killing him. After finishing this work, Spike and Jamie move forward again towards the mainland. They take every step very carefully. They see a deer's head hanging, and the rest of his body is spread out in a bad condition. This is not the work of a normal zombie. It is the work of an infected zombie called alpha zombies. These zombies are very clever and can think too. Along with this, they are also as dangerous as crazy people. They are far above normal zombies. Knowing this, both father and son get very scared. They ran as fast as they could to get out of there, as they look at Alpha from a distance. They realize it's not just one Alpha, but a whole group of it coming towards them, which makes them even more nervous. Jamie immediately pulls Spike and makes a plan. He says that they have to keep running and keep shooting. It is obvious that there is a battle between them to keep them alive, where every moment is very important.
Defense, get your breath back. I'll take the first, you take the second.
But Spike gets completely nervous and loses control. Despite having good training, he can't do it right, not even once. The infected were coming very fast in the form of a group. There are so many zombies that the whole situation gets out of control. Jamie and Spike run back to the old house with difficulty and lock themselves in the attic. They grab all the heavy things and furniture and pull them to the doors and windows. In a way, they made a protective barrier. Meanwhile, alpha zombies were watching them from the nearby hill. With their presence, they too realized the danger, and because there was no way, they decided to spend the night in the attic until the situation was settled. Because both knew the dangers of going back to the island in this situation. As it gets dark, they see a bonfire. Spike asks his father about it, but Jamie himself is unaware of it.
Something's burning. Yeah. Something.
Is it another village?
Nope.
What is it then?
I don't know. I've never been there.
They sleep in the attic, and Spike has a bad dream. He sees that his mother is drowning in water. The scene was so dramatic that his soul trembled. He wakes up suddenly. Since that house was very old and broken, one part of it suddenly started falling right under his feet. He escapes the fall, and now they are forced to think that they should go back to the island as soon as possible. He was lucky that he could see the secret path in the middle of the sea, and now both the father and son run back quickly without wasting time. But he did not realize that alpha zombies are very fast, and they were keeping an eye on everything. Are alpha zombies more powerful than they could ever imagine? And now, an alpha zombie is following their trail and approaching them quickly. Their tension escalates, and they both run inside the island at full speed and signal for help. They also succeed in sending signals to the tower. As soon as they get their signals, the community immediately fires a lot of arrows on the alpha and tries to stop it. But this does not stop him. Until a burning arrow hits it, it goes straight inside it. And with this, the monster is finally killed, and the whole community takes a breath of peace. When Spike comes back, his achievement is celebrated in joy. Jamie praises his son's bravery, but in the middle of the party, Spike sees something that leaves him shocked. He sees that his dad has secretly left with another woman. Spike feels bad for his mother and doesn't know what to do, and now he goes home alone without saying anything. When he reaches home, his neighbor was already waiting for Spike. Seeing him, the neighbor immediately understands that something is wrong, and he tries to calm down Spike. Spike tells him that he is worried about his mom, who is getting sicker day by day. When the neighbor tells him about a doctor who was once famous for his ability, but that doctor was separated from everyone years ago. Now when Spike tells him about the bonfire that was burning in the attic, listening to this, the neighbor's eyes wide open in amazement. He says that if the fire is still burning, it means that the doctor is still alive there.
I wonder if you saw old Kellison. Didn't imagine he was still alive.
Next morning, Jamie returns home drunk, and Spike, who was tolerating everything quietly, got angry with his dad. He blamed his dad for cheating on his mom with another woman, and for also hiding the fact that the doctor is still alive. Jamie finally agrees. He had met the doctor on the mainland years ago. The doctor was in his uniform, and he saw him surrounded by corpses. He says that that scene was so weird that he had decided not to ever go there again. But Spike had already decided that he would take his mom directly to the doctor, no matter how many warnings or fears get in his way. Spike takes out a knife to threaten his dad, but Jamie, who is very strong, takes the knife without difficulty. Jamie does not punish his son and leaves quietly from there. Spike makes a plan that he will set fire to the things in the community so that there is a big devastation. Then smoke and haze will give him the best chance to take his mom and secretly leave for the mainland. His mom, who was fighting her illness, when she realized where she was, she got very nervous.
And we have to go back now, back home. We have to run.
Mom, can't go back.
But Spike reassures her that everything will be fine. His only wish is to reach the doctor so that his mother can be cured. As soon as night falls, he stops at a place to take a break. But that night, a strange zombie who growls like a giant comes very close to him. When he was about to attack Spike, his mom woke up at the right time and attacked the zombie instead and killed him. On the mainland, a group of soldiers are trying to escape from the zombies. There was an alpha zombie behind them. They were so scared that the soldiers fell one by one. Zombies attacked them vigorously from which they couldn't escape. And in the end, only one survivor survived. After this, we find out that one of them is a zombie woman who is pregnant. Spike and his mom continue their journey on the mainland. Sometimes their journey is dangerous as his sick mother gets hallucinations. After coming out of these thoughts, she is drowned in deep thought. She remembers the small moments of her life, the time when the zombie virus did not come. Spike sees another zombie who is dragging and coming towards them. Spike, without thinking, shoots an arrow and kills him. But the sound of his fall was so loud that the attention of the other zombies around him immediately went that way. Within a few seconds, a group of zombies hurried towards them. Now they start looking for a place to hide and enter the empty gas station. This whole place was filled with gas, such that it was also difficult to breathe. The situation gets worse when the zombies start entering the station. When everything seems to be over, a soldier suddenly comes. He sets the infected on fire, and at just the right time, Spike and his mom's life is saved.
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. Taking her to a doctor.
Right.
The three of them move forward. Spike's mother feels a little better, and she sees a train in front of them. They come inside and see that there is a pregnant zombie woman who was sitting quietly like a ghost. Spike's mom decides to help her give birth to a child. In a short while, she gives birth to a child who was healthy and not a zombie. And now, that zombie woman attacks them as soon as she recovers. The soldier kills the zombie woman without wasting time. The soldier tells Spike's mom to leave the child as he is a monster and can be a threat to them. But Spike's mom opens up her arms to the child warmly with the belief that the child cannot harm them. Then another alpha comes and attacks the soldier badly inside the train and tears his head apart. Both of them now run immediately away from the creature, but the creature follows them. As soon as they are about to be caught, the same doctor suddenly appears. He shoots the alpha directly, which kills him. And now the doctor comes to his secret place with Spike and his mom, which was in the middle of a jungle. Then the doctor shows them all his things. He also started rubbing iodine on his body. The doctor says that iodine works as a protective barrier because the virus cannot tolerate it at all. This thing is poison for it. He says that he does this every day to stay alive. Then the doctor gives him the soldier's skull and tells him to keep it where the other heads are. Spike agrees, and the doctor starts checking the baby and tells him that the baby is not infected. He was very happy with this because he liked this discovery. Then he started checking Spike's mom. After a tense silence, the doctor informs them that Spike's mom's disease has increased a lot. He says that it started from the brain and is spreading throughout the body and slowly breaking her from the inside.
But from what I can observe, I think you have cancer. It may have spread from your brain to your body, or your body to your brain. Either way, it has metastasized.
But one thing is for sure, that there is no cure for this disease. Spike's mom had accepted the bitter truth and decided to face death and not run away. Spike was given an injection so that he does not see his mom dying in front of his eyes because he may not be able to bear the pain. When he finally wakes up, everything is over. The doctor gives him his mom's head. Spike puts his mom's skull on the pyramid as a token of respect, because this was his own way to say goodbye to his mom. Alpha, the most dangerous zombie, loses his control and tries to attack the doctor, but Spike immediately comes in between and inserts an injection in Alpha and stops him at the right time. The two of them try to reach their area with the baby. When they reach their area, they leave the baby near the community. There was also a note with the last goodbye. Spike is then catching fish alone, and a zombie comes quietly to him. Spike immediately kills him, but then more zombies strike back. When they surround Spike, someone comes there, who is none other than Jimmy, the same child who was seen in the beginning, but now is all grown up and has become the leader of the whole community. Jimmy encourages Spike to join their community for surviving this long. Spike accepts immediately.
My name's Jimmy. Let's be pals.
And embarks on another mission with them. And with this, the movie ends here. If you like this explanation, please like, comment, and subscribe.